Welcome back to Neyland Stadium. It is cold. I'm Caleb, Trevor. Staff writer Alex Sarkis joining us today, bearing the winter weather with us. He's from Pittsburgh, so it should be all right. Me and Trevor are not used to winter weather. All right, takeaways. Big win today, Trevor. What was the biggest thing that stood out to you?
The defense is still very good. No points allowed. Very much got in trouble in a few.
Tennessee has outscored UTEP 136-0 in their career meetings.
Nice plug right there. A rivalry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Brewing.
I don't think they ever want to schedule Tennessee again. Tennessee probably doesn't want to schedule Scotty Walden again. But, however, the defense still very good. Zero points allowed, 3 turnovers, 3 takeaways, 2 picks, and a fumble recovery. But you look back on offense, Nico Iamaleava, 4 touchdown passes. That's a career high. 3 of them in the first half, 1 in the second half. He looked really good. Only played 3 quarters tonight. Today, actually. I'm so used to saying tonight.
I know.
Sun's gone down, so maybe tonight now. 200 yards passing. It was a very efficient day. He said he missed that touchdown to Brew on the first play. He definitely missed it. He wanted it back, but he still looked very good aside from that one play, and that's really what you like to see as you have a crucial matchup next week.
Yeah, Nico finished the night 17-23, 209 yards, 4 touchdowns. Like you said, took 3 sacks. Alex, what did you see change from that first quarter where Tennessee's offense was terrible, for lack of a better word, to that second quarter when they, went on to take, I think it was a 28-0 or 35-0 lead at halftime?
I think the big thing was just accuracy from Nico and just the rhythm that the offense was able to establish. I think the first few drives, they only got 1 first down in that first quarter. Time of possession was super low, which has gotten Tennessee into some trouble this year. So I think just that rhythm is the biggest thing that helps Tennessee's offense. Nico was extremely accurate in that second quarter with those touchdown passes. Getting Brew on the board with those touchdowns is big too. So I think those are my big things.
And a big thing tonight was the rushing attack all around. Dylan Sampson, only 11 carries. I think he'll take that after the past couple of weeks he's gone through. 11 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. Peyton Lewis with a good night, 7 carries, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cam Selden, 9 carries, 44 for 1 touchdown. And Khalifa Keith in on the fun, 4 carries, 39 yards. All around a good performance from Tennessee's offense outside of the first quarter. And what makes it even a crazier stat is that the first quarter, I think they had 73 yards. 37 yards. I'm a little dyslexic, got them backwards. But 37 yards in the first quarter to turn around and put up that performance, shut out UTEP. Really, all in all, a really good, I would say, confidence booster, especially heading into Vanderbilt next week, which we'll get into here in a second after everything that's happened today. But what did you think about that rushing attack, Trevor?
Yeah, it was really good. Dylan Sampson, only 11 carries. He had a season low in carries, yards, and touchdowns.
And I don't think he's complaining.
Yeah, he will not complain. He's been very banged up in the last 2 games, so 11 carries, he'll happily get in the ice. Maybe not happily. He'll get in the ice bath. He won't feel this one tomorrow as he's felt the past couple of games.
Yeah.
And to have that nice cushion with Peyton Lewis right behind him, I said it in the keys this week, you got to get Peyton Lewis run because he's going to be a feature back at one point in his career, and getting him started early is huge, and those 2 touchdowns are going to do a lot for his confidence down the stretch.
And you look at some of the things that happened today, a lot of young receivers getting in, like you mentioned, Peyton Lewis getting some run as well. That's what you want out of games like this, especially late in the year, and I don't know if Tennessee really thought they would be able to do that after the first quarter, and then it really opened up. But you got some young receivers who got some action. Ethan Davis, who's played a little bit, but Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley getting in on the mix. Brew McCoy with 2 touchdowns. We should probably talk about him. I did not realize he had a touchdown all year until he scored, and it was his first touchdown. But I mean, going into this last game, Sarkis, what do you think for him is the impact of this game besides just the emotional factor of senior night and getting to throw the ball to his mom and get hyped with everybody right here?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing was just him and Nico's connection has been a little bit off this year, and I think Nico hitting him on those balls in the end zone was just a huge confidence builder for him.
Yeah.
And Nico. I think that's the duo that Tennessee's needed, especially in games like Georgia and games at Arkansas early in this year. So I think seeing that rhythm and that duo connection is really big.
And it felt like before tonight, the only time Brew was ever in the offense was quick screen passes. And even then, half the time he was blocking on those. So you're right. I think it is a good confidence booster, especially, which we'll get into now, everything that's happened in the college football landscape so far today. You have Indiana getting absolutely demolished by Ohio State. Florida upsetting Ole Miss. Ole Miss now has 3 losses, so you can't imagine they'll sniff the playoff.
Minnesota, Penn State are in the battle as we speak.
Minnesota and Penn State are probably playing horrendous football to watch.
I think it was 19-16 last I looked.
Yeah, so, I mean, everything that's happened today is setting up next week to really be, for Tennessee, a game that if they win, they're in the playoff. Because when you look at the ESPN odds, which you probably shouldn't put too much faith into those, but Tennessee was 4th coming into today. Ole Miss is lost. There's still some other games that have to happen. And then A&M and Texas still have to play each other at the end of the year. So that could easily knock out A&M or make it a little dicey with Texas getting a loss. So everything that's happened today, confidence builders, all the stuff we're talking about, Trevor, how important is this moving into next week in a Nashville environment, which will suck the soul out of this team? So it'll be 11 a.m. The high on Saturday right now currently is 41 degrees, and it's going to be cloudy all day. So you can imagine at kickoff, I'd say a ripe 35, and probably not a soul in the stands because it's also Thanksgiving week. So with all that being said, Trevor, pretty big game next week.
Yeah, absolutely. They mention it every single week. It's a new season every week, and I think it applies more than ever right here. They tried not talking about the playoff implications by saying you got to focus 1 week at a time. Well, you have to focus on this week because it is the last one. You can't look ahead.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt is very much the next team on the schedule, and they're nothing to play with. Obviously, there's not really a home environment at Vanderbilt, and there definitely won't be a home environment.
Kalen DeBoer said that.
There will be no students in the stands. It's Thanksgiving week. The only people there are going to be
doesn't have an in-state student population.
I would love to see Vanderbilt have a fan base, but unfortunately it doesn't exist. I think the rivalry needs to be back, and for that to happen, they need fans.
Middle Tennessee.
Anyway,
your Middle Tennessee is coming out, Trevor. I heard you grew up going to Vanderbilt games.
Whoa! I went to like 2.
That's more than I went to growing up.
More Tennessee games than Vanderbilt games.
Senior
they were
staff
like
writer,
$2.
Senior staff writer Jack. They're giving away the tickets. Senior staff writer Jack Turt's time. Jackson Ross, great day. Had a punt roll into the end zone that he won't like very much. Had a couple down within the 5. Boo Carter is going crazy on punt returns right now, really sparking that unit. I'll pass it over to you, Sarkis. You have to make Jack proud here. What did you see out of the special teams units today?
Well,
also, shout out UTEP's kicker for not making it into the end zone, and then another was
off the upright.
Yeah, but it was a different kicker the second time. Different kicker comes in and hits it off the upright. So somebody told me, described it eloquently in the press box. It's like in college football when your team has, or call it the video game, when your team has 2 different kickers, right? You have one kicker who's got like 99 leg but 5 accuracy. You've got a guy with like 30 leg and 100 accuracy. First guy was the accuracy guy. Second guy was the leg guy. All I'm saying is if he had 15 more yards, it was online. So, all right. Back to Tennessee. Sarkis, what did you think about Tennessee special teams units
Well,
today?
I think, honestly, if I had to give a big takeaway from the game, special teams would be one of my other ones because Boo Carter has really given the special teams unit a whole nother life. And, I mean, we saw it. We've seen it over these past few weeks, but I think we really saw it today. I think he had like 66 return yards or something. And they talked about it in the press conference. Nico said that's a huge advantage when you're getting 15 to 20 more yards field position. So, yeah, I definitely think Boo's been awesome, and then Jackson Ross doing his thing. Jack Church loves it. So
Yep. Shout out senior staff writer Jack Church, who'll have a different title on Monday. Spoiler alert. You'll have to look out for that one. All right. That being said, playoff is in picture for Tennessee after what's happened today, and the day's not even over yet. We still got a nightcap. BYU nightcap, somebody nightcap that'll affect Army Notre Dame nightcap coming from the back behind the camera, letting me know of what is to come today. Alex Sarkis, Trevor McGee, I'm Caleb Jarreau, coming to you from Neyland Stadium. Vols hit the road next week to Nashville. Quick road trip, and we'll see you back then.